Well, hello again. It's Psychic Medium Eric here. Now, moving on to the second sign, Virgos. I want to thank everybody for tuning into my readings. This is a general reading for Virgo, August 2016. I thank Eric. I thank everybody for tuning in. This is my second video now. You must forgive me if I'm a little bit nervous. My first time around, so I'm going to be a little bit nervous. So, just trying to get used to this whole thing. But here, like I said, I'm here to bring you a series of readings for everybody out there, and hopefully it brings you clarity. And like I said, check me out on my Facebook page if you want to know more information. Message me. If you have any questions or comments, do the same. Like I always do, I always shuffle the cards before I begin. I lay everything out before I begin, so I can get right to your reading, so we don't waste any time. We get right down to the good stuff. Like I said, I'll be using my three decks I usually do for readings. I usually use my Pagan Tarot deck. I use my Archangels, Doreen Virtue, to get a overview of the reading. And I will draw a card from my John Holland Love and Relationship deck to get an overview. Basically, I try to cover all bases, whether it be love, relationship, work. I try to give just a general of everything. Okay, well, the first card, while we're shuffling, that popped out is the Moon. What that tells me is you're coming into this month, and also the first card I came up from my angel deck is overcoming difficulties. I feel like right now, you Virgos are in a process. I feel like you have a lot of uncertainty around you. But it's good though. You got good card overcoming difficulties. So I still feel, even though you're overcoming your difficulties, I also feel like especially with relationships, definitely relationships is blaring out to me. I feel like you're overcoming difficulties with relationship, but there's still, kind of like an air of uncertainty around them. I also, yeah, basically that's what that. I just feel like there's a lot of uncertainty around relationships with you guys. I feel like last month might have been a hard month for you, so coming into this month, that's why. But like it always says, like the worst is behind you now. But I get this is for love and relationships. Okay, now to the tarot part. First card up, well, you definitely have love around you. The Ace of Cups. That's usually the beginning of a love relationship. It could be the beginning of something you love to do. But I'm getting a lot of cups in your reading, so this has definitely got stuff to do. This is a love month for you guys. I'm picking up very much a love month, and being able to the basis for your reading is also to find balance with your relationships and to find balance with yourself. So this is a month about relationship for you guys. I'm getting a lot of cup cards. Like I said, the first cup is the Ace of Cups. That could be the beginning of a new relationship, the beginning of a feeling of a new relationship. But when you get aces, it's always the start of. And if you get the Ace of Cups, it's the start of, whether it be the start of a relationship, start of feelings, for a relationship. Okay, now what's crossing you is interesting. The Nine of Cups. In other words, a lot of your wishes are going to be coming true, but I'm also being told to be careful. Also, even though your relationship with relationships is coming true, but it also means be careful what some people you wish for a relationship, you really want it, but sometimes you got to understand, is it really the right relationship for you? And I also feel like in relationships, now this is coming up, is also take back your power. So I feel like, yeah, just be careful. Even though you get the relationship that you want, make sure it's what you want. Your wishes are coming true, but just make sure this is really what you want. Okay. Now, what's below you is the Judgment card, Awakening. I'm getting a lot of this cards lately. I think a lot of you signs are having awakenings and almost like a lot of almost epiphanies. It could be a spiritual awakening. Like I said, it's almost like you're reviving yourself. Perfect. You're reviving yourself this month, especially on the emotional level, which is really good. Also, the card I pulled out for the love deck is also Heal, which is with relationships. It means just to heal either a broken heart or just forgiveness. Anything that'll heal. Anything positive that'll heal, like I said, always forgiveness. It's also in the tarot, it represents the star, hope, inspiration. Very good wish card. Again, this is a wish card. for the tarot for relationships. So basically, you're going to get the relationships you want, but just be careful. Make sure they're the right ones you want, though. I'm going to warn you about it. Just make sure it's the right relationships that you want. Now, what's passing you is the Hermit, so that's good, though. Basically, the Hermit is basically passing. It tells me, basically, in the past, what's passing is you were either seeking advice or seeking where you want to go with relationships. Basically, he's got the searchlight, so he's searching. He's seeking which way to go, what to do, how to do it, or seeking advice, seeking counsel, or sometimes it means just stepping away and being alone by yourself to take, to decide, what you want to do with relationships, just taking a step back, sometimes taking time to yourself, even though, like the old expression goes, there can't be a we without a me. Sometimes you got to take care of yourself before you get into relationships. And that also coincides with another guardian angel, nurture. Basically, this card is telling me to nurture yourself. And forgive me, I do jump around with the readings. I go from tarot to angel cards. I mean, that's just the way I work. So just forgive me, because that's how I do it. I mean, yeah, that's just how I do. I go from tarot to angel. Yeah, I just, because the angel cards give me an overview of the tarot. So just forgive me if I do that. So that's how my mind works. My mind works very quickly, so I kind of, it's almost like I have ADD. Okay, anyway, getting back to your reading. What's above you is the Queen of Swords. She's a very logical person. She's an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So she is very logical. Can be, since she's upright, she can be, like I said, she's very logical. On the emotional level, she's kind of, cold. Sometimes can be cold and distant, but they're very logical, though. They do more with their logic than they do with their emotion. And now basically this could be since the judgment is beneath this, and this could be a relationship you're trying to. This relationship could bring an awakening to you. With the possible air sign. In other words, it almost, I feel like this kind of relationship will help you. Either this person's going to help you with a relationship, or you're going to be in a relationship with this person, an air sign, that'll just help you get, overcome the difficulties, because sometimes that happens. People come in, all the time, and you get help unexpectedly, like that's how the universe works. But since the basis is the judgment, I'm getting the feeling this person's coming in to almost help you with your awakening and help you decide where you want to go. It could also be an awakening of love, like the Ace of Cups. So this could be a possible romance relationship coming in. Also, it could be male or female energy, since, like I said, this is a general reading, and as I said, this might not apply to everybody, but it's a general reading. So what in your near future is Seven of Cups, the choice card. What do we want to do? Do we want to follow money? Do we want to follow love? Do you want to... This is a card of choices. Many, many choices coming up to you. And this is all relationship based. So you could be deciding what to do about a relationship. If you want decide where you want to go with a relationship. Balancing a lot of relationships, because like I said, you got a lot of choices coming up. A lot of choices of relationships. I feel like it's more like deciding where you want to go, deciding if you want to go with this relationship, if you want to wait. I'm getting a lot of just decision around relationships. It could also be relationship. It could also be work too. So this is basically when the Seven of Cups comes in, it means choices about anything, whether it be relationships, work, or whatever else. Okay, you view yourself as a Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles in this deck usually means the birth of something. It could be, so you definitely got relationships. You got the birth of a relationship. It looks like a very positive, and it's an air sign, definitely. So this could be this looks like it's a very positive, this Queen of Cups is going to be very positive for you. So whoever's coming in, she or he is going to be very positive for you, because it's going to institute birth. You're going to be nurturing, basically, this relationship. Wow. This relationship's also going to help you heal. The Star. Okay, now people view you as the Six of Wands. Victory. victorious. And it looks like, well, it looks like last month may not have been so good with relationships for you Virgos, but this month, total victory. I mean, it looks really good. People view you as victorious, or definitely on your way to victory. Okay, your hopes and fears is going to be the Six of Cups. Be careful because some of you might be, like I said, don't like it. Kind of coincides with the Moon card. I mean, relationships are basically the uncertainty or the illusions of a relationship. It also means Six of Cups nostalgia. So you can be like basically you're in a relationship and you could be going back to things which you shouldn't. It's usually when you go back to, when you're in a good relationship, sometimes you go back to, it's going really well, but sometimes you go back to the negative because you had so many relationships that didn't work out. So just be careful. I mean, you could be nostalgic and everything, but just focus on positive things, not negative things. So the Six of Cups in that basically is nostalgia, and I feel like a lot of you are going to be going back since you have a good relationship. Now I feel like you're going to be going over them, your past ones, your present ones. So it's going to be going over a lot, and it also coincides with the Seven of Cups with choices too. Now, the final outcome is another air sign, King of Swords. Again, much like the Queen of Swords, very logical. A little bit cold. It's interesting though. And the King of Swords looks like at the end of the month there's going to be a work opportunity or a learning opportunity based on the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords can be a military figure, could be a police figure, it could be it's basically an authoritative figure. Okay, but what I'm getting is it's more towards work though. I'm getting, because I feel like the beginning of August is going to be a lot of like love or relationships, deciding what to do, where you want to go. But I feel like at the end of the month, this person coming in is going to be helping you with where you what kind of work you want to do, and what kind of studying, because I see studying coming up at the end of the month, and a lot of work and studying. So basically, this month about you guys, basically all that came up was about relationships, deciding relationships, decisions about relationships. It's very positive though. All the birth of new relationships this month for you Virgos, and basically overcoming your difficulties and taking your power back. Like I said, this month is going to be a love month, more than work. This is definitely a love month for you guys, and that's really good too. Like I said, look for work towards the end of the month. That's why I feel like more opportunities will be coming in for work or learning a new trade. Because you know what? It'll be almost school time, so maybe people will be going back to college, That's what I think it is. People could be going back to college, going back to school, going back to learning. I guess that's why that came up, but this person is associated, the King of Swords is definitely going to be associated with some sort of work or learning. And also, the card when I was shuffling popped up temperance. In other words, to balance everything. Make sure your relationships are balanced. Make sure everything is in balance. So, Virgos, you'll be having a happy love month and birth of relationships and everything else. Like I said, this is a general reading, may not apply to everybody. Hopefully this is very helpful for you. You can check me out on my Facebook page. Again, I appreciate you for tuning in. I have more videos to come, and we'll just keep rolling on. Thank you for watching.